Hello everyone. I know that the whole 2 minutes and 25 seconds thing was a blatant lie. I apologize for it. That's just me getting ready for everything. But anyways, we're here now. We have a countdown timer. Thanks to Meg for that. We're still going to be iterating on it and stuff like that, but just getting things up and running and all that. How is everyone doing? I like the title of the video, Swords, Bias, and Gamefound. That's honestly just because I have a sword. I got hired by Gamefound, and now we can have a conversation about bias between my sword. I forgot my sword. 1 second. My sword. So, this for those who don't know, who haven't seen this yet, this is from Chip Theory Games, not from Gamefound, but we have a sword, apparently, which is very, very cool, honestly. Let's see how the chat's doing. We have chat going in. Perfect. Okay, 1 second. Let's go to X over here. Why is live chat? This is every single time. Every single time. Give me a second while I try to figure out how to get live chat. Live chat. There we go. Got the live chat going. Anyway, successful. Yes, there is a scandal going on. Let's talk about the scandal. Basically, for those who've missed it, over on Quackalope, Meg, what are you talking about? Meg, there was a countdown. You just missed it. Meg, there was a countdown. You can scroll back. Go to the live chat thingy and scroll back a second. I just didn't give it the full 5 minutes because I was already like 4 minutes late. So I gave it like 2.5 minutes while I ran upstairs, grabbed a drink, came right back. But we're back to this. We're going to talk about everything. First and foremost, this is a live Q&A, which means you can ask whatever you want and we'll talk about it. Secondly is I do generally start off with like a few subjects or conversations just because that way I can drive the conversation forward. Thirdly, Reed McCullough, this blade, I've tested, trust me, your first time round I was a little nervous, but this is not a sword that they designed to kill people. If you stab them with the pointy end, you probably could, but the side over here is just going to really, really hurt. It's not like sharp enough to actually cause real issue. Oh my gosh, Successful Geek. I think it's hilarious how Twitter people are attacking board game creators over the sword when the video game industry is much, much bigger than stuff like this all the time. First of all, Successful, I can't wait to show up on Twitter and see the drama going on over there. That's first of all. So, there's so much chat. I want to talk to everyone all at once. Give me a second. 1% at a time. So, to those who are upset about the sword, I get it. I do. I also don't care. There's a certain line in the sand where it's like, okay, great, everyone's biased, everyone's this, everyone that. Like, dear Lord, the board game industry, the board game content creator industry has so little money in the picture, so little money comparatively speaking, that like, I'm kind of done with the whole caring what people think conversation. Don't take that the wrong way. That doesn't mean I'm changing who I am. I'm going to stay who I am. I just kind of am just completely done with caring what people think. You don't like it? Don't watch it. You don't like that person? Don't watch them. You think Chip Theory Games is a company that's buying everyone's loyalty? Great. Don't buy their games. Your loss, not mine. I'm kind of at the point where I'm just completely over the degree of concern people have around things. And I'm not saying don't have it. Have it all you want. Also, put it up or shut up. Like, seriously, be a Patreon to someone for more than 2 minutes before you go whining and complaining. And by the way, if you are a Patreon and you don't like it, kudos to you. Your opinion actually matters to me. Anyone who's not willing to put their own money where their mouth is and just wants everyone else to work for free, go jump in the lake and find someone else to watch. I should make a whole video about this. I'm like so ready to jump off like I'm ready to jump onto my high horse and charge them all down with my Chip Theory Games sword. I'm gonna put my eye out if I'm not careful. That'd be great to have it happen on stream. Let's go back. I'm so sorry. I'm all fired up today. I'm starting off wrong. Or starting off right. Depends what you go with. Let's go back to the chat. Professor Meg, do you not use the countdown? Yes, I did. Professor Meg, ripping Camp Co-op music. Meg, it's just the way I have it set up in Streamlabs. I didn't even realize the Camp Co-op music would be there until I popped it up. I'll find something different at some point. I also want a 2-minute countdown. I think Twitch and YouTube are different. We'll talk about it later. But also, thank you for the countdown. I really appreciate it. That's so sweet of you. This is all done like 5 minutes before the stream went live, so there is that. Sweet sword. Yes, it is a very sweet sword. It is very, very cool. Also super impractical. Like, I'm not going to actually have a sword fight with it. I'm just going to wave it around so I can look cool. Which will last for like a week. And then it'll be up there behind me until the next time someone comes over with the sword and I need to take them down. It just looks cool. It makes me feel cool. I feel powerful. That's why I'm all fired up, because I have a sword now. Take me down. Take me out. Okay. I'm losing it. For a moment, I thought this might involve the dragon and the duck shenanigans. Just saw the video and read your comment. Yeah, the dragon and the duck. For those who don't know, there's some major drama going on in the board game space between Quackalope and the Dragon's Tomb. Basically, I didn't even realize this, but the Dragon's Tomb is basically responsible for all of Quackalope's success and who he is as an individual, as an entity, the type of content he does. I'm really going to put my eye out at some point. But yeah, there's a whole lot of drama going on there. You might want to check that out over there. M. Luch, that is a Roman gladius. Yes, it is a gladius, but honestly, if I call it a sword, No, I should probably call it a Gladius. You're not wrong. Dun dun dun. Okay, Reed McCullough, miss you, Meg. Well, Reed, if you watched us on Twitch every night, or not every night, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, you wouldn't miss her because you'd see her all the time. For those, regular reminder, we are over on Twitch, camp_co-op, and if you want to stick it to the man and you want Jeff Bezos to lose some money, make sure to throw us your free Prime sub. Costs you nothing, gives us a little money every month, and it takes money away from Jeff Bezos, which we all know that you want to do. I actually don't mind Jeff Bezos, I just want his money. There we go. I was wondering about this gift to reviewers. Is undoubtedly very cool, but will it influence a reviewer? So Claudius, first answer is yes, it absolutely will influence a reviewer. If you just got a giant cool sword from Chip 3 Games, and they did make sure to put in the letter, hey, we're not trying to buy your favor or anything like that, and like we just think it's that content creation is an often underpaid and undervalued place in board games, and we'd like to give something cool. And I think that was very sweet of them. Will it bias me? Me, no. And I've talked about this last week because I showed this last week, but I'm already biased with Chip 3 Games. Long bias. So I have these little business chips from Chip 3 Games that are my own little logo on a business chip, which that to me, they already bought my love. Now it happens to be I love their games, and it happens to be I'm totally fine going on camera and talking about how I don't like one of their games. I am absolutely fine with it. Do you know why? Well, for a variety of reasons, but the first of which is that I love so many of Chip 3 Games that I don't care if I don't love one of their games. The kind of that's present. I feel a lot more bad, not bought. I feel a lot more bad when I don't like your only game. If I cover your game, your games the first time and I don't love your game, I just feel bad. If I love 5 of your games, adore 5 of your games, I don't know, 5, 4, whatever it is, Burn Cycle, Too Many Bones, Hoplomachus, and Cloudspire. If I adore your entire catalog and I happen to not like your next game, okay, who cares? You gave me a sword. Congratulations. I gave you a whole lot more business than that because I happen to love your games. But that's me personally. So I happen to be totally fine with that. Is there bias? Absolutely there's bias. There's always bias. Will it influence a reviewer? It can have an impact. Yes, take that into account. Are reviewers paid enough of me to really care and say, don't take the cool sword? No, take the cool sword. Enjoy the cool sword. Try to be as unbiased or counter the bias as much as possible, but it is what it is. Twitter is so drama-filled, but it's successful. Twitter is so drama-filled, but I have used it since 2007. It's just a great way of having public communication. I never really use it like traditional social media. Successful, I was on Twitter in the background hiding for like a year and a half, and then one day I realized people can tag me, and so even though I didn't contribute, I deleted my Twitter account because I don't want to be tagged or pulled into conversations. I consider Twitter fairly toxic. Joel Kong, that's one cool looking Gladius, Alex. It certainly is. Gladius, good point with the comparison to other areas. I probably said something at some point, don't remember exactly what. Tristan, not sure why anyone cares what other people think. Tristan, I care what people think a lot more than I should. I want everyone to like me. It's just who I am, and it's not a good trait. I want everyone to like me. I want everyone to like who I am. You don't have to watch my content. I don't care if people watch me. It's a very different conversation. But if you do watch me, or if you don't watch me, I just want you to like me, because I want to feel loved and get the love and attention I never got as a child. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm just joking for the sake of the camera. But in all seriousness, I want to be liked. I do, and I do care what people think. But sometimes I have to remind myself that you can't have it both ways. If you're going to live your life in any sort of public setting, you kind of have to pick or choose. You can either have people like you in your smaller little bubble, and more or less will, but certainly you'll have less people who dislike you. But the larger the bubble you go into, the more you'll have people who dislike you. Hop onto Reddit or any forum and you can pick a content creator and pick a name, whatever content creator, Dice Tower, Shut Up and Sit Down, Quackalo, Board Game Co. Pick a content creator and pop into Reddit. You'll find plenty of threads of people who don't like them. It is what it is, and I have to get over it. And now, it's easier to get over, because now I have a sword. Jesse Samuel Anderson, Jesse, you should take your drama-filled channel out of this chat right now. Quackalope and Dragon's Tomb, oh my gosh. Professor Meg, at least in our case, we loved Hoplo before the swords. Professor Meg, that's true, but in our case, I got the chips before I played Hoplo, so I've been bought. Joel Kong, prepare for battle. Successful Geek, wait, I don't have to watch this since I don't like you. You certainly don't have to watch it. Brandon Marlowe, the sword looks good. I've never been on Twitter. My life is pretty chill. Brandon, you're living your life the right way. Board Game Hype, by the way, this is guerrilla marketing on their end. It's so smart as marketing myself. I love the sword idea. Board Game Hype, I saw like 14 swords in my feed yesterday. Honestly, by the way, if you really want to get very personal, I actually kind of resent Chip 3 Games because for a short moment, I felt chosen. I felt special. And then I found that I was just one of like 30 other people, and I felt not special anymore. So honestly, I resent their products, I resent their games, and I'm going to harshly review every single game they put out now, because I don't feel special anymore. Macroliminal, Alex is spicy. I am spicy. I am. It's so, I don't know. I don't know what I drank. I don't know what I did. Give me a second here. I am going to blow my nose. I probably should figure out a mute button so you can avoid this, but it's too late now. Okay, mod powers. Wait, drama. Quackalope, you want mod powers? Quackalope, can I give you mod powers over here? Add moderator. Quackalope, you are now a moderator. Jesse, I want to be very clear. You abuse this power, I will shut you down. I'm not playing this little Devin West the Quackalope game. You abuse your mod powers, and you're... we're gonna have fun. I am so spicy. I don't know what's wrong. Successful. Is there the Scandal Master Jesse himself? Yes, in fact. Dragon's Tomb, if you want to show up, I'll make you a mod too. Let's enjoy this. Hars K, super chat. Thank you. Good morning. What is up with me? Why am I so energetic? I don't know what's happening. Big congrats on your new gig, Alex. Does this mean Marcin is now your boss, and will there be troops to pull in your future? Successful gig was timed. What do I do? What do I do? I just warned Jesse that he shouldn't abuse his mod powers. I also really like the idea that Successful Geek was put in timeout. I'm gonna let this one slide, Jesse. I'm gonna let this one slide. Oh my dear lord. Does this mean Marcin is now your boss? Yes, Marcin is absolutely my boss. Honestly though, if you've seen that man with his gorgeous beard, I would have listened to him before anyways. Will there be troops to pull in your future? Yes, there should be. Likely October or November. Don't know the exact time frame. We'll figure it out. I can't believe what's going on. I can't believe what's going on here. Anyways, this mess. This chat's a mess. This chat's a mess. Let's move back to this. Okay, back to... I've lost so far back. I've so far back. I don't even know what Successful said at this point. What did Successful say? I can't believe he leaked that. What did I leak? Oh, dear lord. Where am I? Where's Dragon's Tomb? Is Dragon's Tomb here? Because I'll make him a mod. I'm so far behind. Wow, what happened here? Whoa. Whoa. I'm so far behind. How? What did happen here? Okay, great. Anyways, going back to where we are. Dinamir, hello, you got a sword also? Yes, I did. Stacy Everdell, a scandal? Yes. Quackalope in the Dragon's Tomb? Absolutely. Kala, lots of people in lakes all of a sudden? Don't get that. Drama, Quackalope, I get mod powers. Yes. Professor Meg, I may have bopped myself in the head once or twice. Meg, I have not yet stabbed myself, but it's gonna happen sooner or later, just the way I'm holding this thing. Yogi Bear, can I ban Jesse? Yogi Bear, there's no mod fights over here. Mod fights will be a problem. I can't have that. Good morning. Oh, crud. I forgot to load things. Well, they'll have to wait now. Quack is best. Yogi Bear, Quackalope, I just went to call you and check in. Seth Wiseman, I'm a few minutes late. I didn't see any notes. Love the sword. I have more to say about that. Sure, but I'll have to wait until November, I think. Okay, I'm not in a rush. Maxim Get, well, good morning, Maxim. How's it going? Quackalope, no, don't ban me. Yogi Bear, okay, fine. Quackalope, I'm going to come fight you with my sword. Quackalope, I dare you. I am here right now. We can have an actual sword fight on camera. I don't know if these will hold up, but hey, if our swords are the first ones to break, at least there'll be video evidence of it. Michael Joseph, drug companies do this stuff all the time to insurance companies. Yeah, now I feel dirty. That does the job. Board game hype. Ban the Quack. Nope. Quackalope, don't talk about it. Quackalope, screw Jeff. Screw Jeff indeed. Reed McCullough, Euclid has something cooler holding the sword on your shoulder, and you could say almost anything at this point, and I'm all in. Reed McCullough, I have a Patreon down below. People should join it and support the channel. Also, we have fun plans. I'm hiring some people. We'll check that announcement. That's going to go up Thursday on the Patreon. You can check out the Patreon video where I talk about hiring some people with all the Patreon money that I'm rolling in. What is... I'm done. I'm gone. Brandon Marlowe, in real life, a dragon would definitely beat a duck. The real question is, would 16,000 dragons beat 43,000 ducks? Because I think the answer is still yes. Callow, the duck is hiding in the shadows. Patrick said, I'm trying to calm down. Quackalope, my finger was hovering and I felt the wrath of an entire flock of ducks coming for me. Januel Yili, absolute power corrupts absolutely, staring at the sword. Honestly, the way I'm talking, the way I'm going with this thing, I think the swords definitely have an effect on me. Quentin Werner, Quackalope, Quack, Nidamiller, Pliel, so unboxing with the sword then, when, or should I ask Devin to do that? Absolutely, we talked about this last night on stream. There will definitely be an unboxing with the sword. I have things in string. Let's see what we can do here. So, hold up. Okay, just pull. Excellent. We have this box of Alley Cat games. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put that in over here. Nope, I'm gonna cut myself this because this sword is not sharp enough to do an unboxing. I'm gonna cut myself. There we go. Okay, ready? We did this. We got this in here, and now we're doing our first unboxing with a sword. There we go. Now I feel better about myself. That was the least satisfying unboxing I've ever done. My little pocket knife is better than this. How far back on the chat I am? I am so far back. We're going to put this down and deal with this later. Quackalope, Dragon can go walk a plank. Absolutely. Thomas Helm's last content creator standing. If Jesse has his way, that's exactly what's going to happen because he wants to have a duel with all the content creators. Ranger Ripcord, do you agree with the Dice Star review of Jurassic World? Saw you stick some heat in the Kickstarter comments. Ranger Ripcord. Okay, let's talk about that. Who's going on here? You should take an episode of games to get your kids. Okay, great. I'll deal with that later. Good morning. Let me just message this person back. Give me a second here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's just give me a second here. Okay. Apologies, comma, in middle of something at the moment. cuddle of something at the moment. Nope, not cuddle. In middle of something at the moment, we'll have the outgoing around 11. I'm so sorry. Period. That's okay. We'll figure that out. Anyways, going back to this over here, Dragon's Tomb, Ranger Ripcord. Do I agree with the with Dice Tower's review of Jurassic World? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do I understand where they're coming from? Absolutely I do. Now, the first baseline that I'm curious about is from the way they're talking about it, it sounds like they played it at 4 players, which I did not. I played Jurassic World at 1 and 2 players. Most of my plays were solo, and the other half of my plays were 2 players. Thinking about it back, I'm like, I think a 4-player game would probably be miserable because you have so few actions the entire game. Similarly to the way that if you play Zombicide, you should never play a 6-player game of Zombicide. That would make Zombicide terribly abysmal. Versus a 3-player game or 2-player game is excellent. And so I think that probably made whatever problems there were worse. Now, I do understand where they're coming from in a lot of areas. There was a lot of reading between games. There was a lot of upkeep. The actions didn't give you a lot of room for error, and there definitely was a degree of luck. I overall enjoyed the experience. Overall enjoyed it. I don't think it was an amazing game. To me, it was a solid, I mean, using a rating scale, probably a solid 7 out of 10. I enjoyed, and I'm not done with it yet, by the way. I have still like 4 games left, but I enjoyed my plays of Jurassic World, and I think a 3 is very harsh, but I was trying to think through why were they so much harsher on it than I was, and the only thing I can really think through is I think that a 4-player game would take all the problems and just make it worse. Chris Witcher, no, where'd we go? Did I lose? I'm so far behind this. We're going to go back. Dragon's Tomb. Dragon's Tomb, you're becoming a mod. Okay, here we go. Add moderator. Dragon's Tomb, Jeff, you're now a mod. Yes, I got a sword, though mine is different than Alex's. I posted on my Twitter. Oh, it's not a real sword, is it, Jeff? It's not a real sword. I know you too well. You're now a mod. If you want to go ahead and fight out with Jesse, who's to say what happens next? Azrael, gotta love the swag involved doing a live stream with the sword. I don't know what's wrong. If I put this away, I'm going to lose the swag, and I'm enjoying the swagger, so I'm going to stick with this right now. We'll just talk about it. Quackalope, I'll fight you, Jeffy. Just to be clear, if Quackalope or Dragon's Tomb, if they ban the other, if they use their mod powers with great problems and all that stuff, they're going to be gone. I'm not going to have this mod fight. You both behave in the comments, okay? Take your drama somewhere else. Successful Geek. I think I was just banned only to slow down the chat. It worked successful. Dun dun dun. Now I gotta go back. I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind. Okay, we have so many mods in the comments now. It's becoming a problem. Dun 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 dun. Where am I? Do you agree? Okay, great. Dice Tower. Claudius Moeller. I own almost everything CTG. They are the best. Yes, they are, except for Trip Lock. That game was garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Honestly, I'm just being overly dramatic because I want to be critical of the game right now. Trip Lock was unimpressive. Wasn't garbage. Thomas Helms, nope. Man, I tried hard to love TMB, couldn't get over the one and done skill dice personally. I hear you, Thomas. I do. And it was hard for me the first time I realized that the skill I acquired can only be used once per encounter. It was a little hard for me. But then I realized in many deck building games, if you think about it, think about any deck building game you go through, many times, because again, across a game of Chip Theory, across a game of Too Many Bones, if you have like 8 or 9 encounters, you might use a skill die anywhere between, you know, if you got a skill early on, you might use it 8 times. If you got a skill later on, you might use it 2 or 3 times. But that's true of any deck building game. The cards you buy later on, you might see only once or twice. The cards you buy early on, you might see 8 or 9 times. And I realized it's not that different. And also, I love the game anyway. Stacy Everdell. Oh, Ben Jeffries. I don't think Chip Theory Games trying to buy your bias. I think they're trying to promote a gladiatorial fight between you and Devon to determine who's the bigger fanboy. They might have their way, except the fact that I only fly to Devon, and I don't think they'd want me to fly with this. So, it probably won't have the way. Never mind, I take it all back. But I don't think Chip Theory Games is trying to buy anyone's bias. I think they're trying to promote their games, and I think the potential aspect of buying people's bias is an unintended side effect that may actually happen. Yeah, it is what it is. Stacy, unbiased by anything is just not possible. Unbiased if I got a game super cheap versus spending a lot of money, gameplay aside. Stacy, I agree with you. I always bring that up as an example because people sit there and say, hey, well, if you get a game for free, you're biased towards it because you didn't pay for it. And I'm like, also people sit there and say, oh, Kickstarter backers rate their games higher because they have to justify their purchase. So which is it? Pick a lane. Does spending money on a game make you more invested in convincing yourself it's good? Or does getting a game for free make you not worry about the price and think it's good? I agree with you. The answer, by the way, is both. The answer is it's impossible to have an unbiased conversation. The question is, which biases do you have? How hard do they sway you? And how hard can you counter them? Michael Joseph, which Chip Theory games is best to start with and which would you pass on? I'd start with Hopmox Victorum is starting with. I think it's the most accessible. But Too Many Bones is still my favorite. As far as what I'd pass on, from their big box games, I'd probably pass on Burn Cycle the most. I love Burn Cycle. It's my least favorite from theirs. Quackalope, I'm going to duel other content creators. Jesse, I will have you. I will have you, and I will kill you, and I will murder you, and if you come over now, I'll do it on camera. Petrified, can you really be more biased to Chip Theory games when everyone already thinks they're amazing? That's what I'm talking about, Petrified. JCW59 Able, going to need to hide that sword from the kids. The sword's been on the floor the entire time, and all my kids, including my 2-year-old, 3-year-old, he's 3 now, including my 3-year-old, have held it. Frederick Epstein, hello Alex, so Gamefound, huh? I'm all in on Storm Center. I'm getting itched to do the same with Wild Descent. Ups and downs and comparing them. Should I? Well, wishes and good luck in your new work. That is a longer conversation than I have time for. I haven't played Storm Center. I think it'll be great. For me, Wild Descent is going to be my choice because it's shorter and more accessible. It's like 10 games at a time instead of like 80 games. But I like their games and their miniatures, so we'll see what happens. But I'd go with Wild Descent just because I've played it. Jinx, hey Alex, I finally woke up early enough to do your live stream. Good morning, Jinx. Joshua, really want Dragons to show up in this chat and go ahead to have the Quack Loop? For all I know, he's dueling him right now. Can I even see? I don't even know. I'm bouncing back and forth in the chat. Don't know what's going on. Notaro, thoughts on Forbidden Games launching Mosaic expansion before backers even get the base game? Well, they haven't technically launched it. They're launching it October 13th. So the question is, are backers getting the game before October 13th or not? If they're not, that just seems stupid. If they are, well, get in on the marketing while it's hot, while the Dice Tower Square thingy is out there. Yeah, I mean, I understand the frustration on backer side. You're like, okay, I just got this game and I have, what, a month to play it before I have to decide on the expansion? It's frustrating. It is good marketing, sadly. Nida Miller, I would love to have such a dedication to a studio, but my funds don't let me buy every Awaken Realms game. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Dedication to what studio? Creative Phyllis, recently backed Bloodstones. Any thoughts on the upcoming design? I haven't ever really resonated with Martin Wallace, but I keep trying. I love Martin Wallace games, and I'm very excited for Bloodstones, but yeah, it's expensive, but you have to like it. January Lee, if you don't love him, he'll pull a Homelander. What do they do in Homelander? I don't know. Stacey Everdell, you're not wrong. Crackle, the Dragon's Tomb is weak, won't even show his face around me. Jesse, from what I've seen of the phone call, you're a scumbag person. Crackle, I took everything he did and did it better. No, Dragon's Tomb is awesome, I'm sorry. Thomas Helms, I got a couple of spears from Africa. I should really start responding to all the swords picks with "You have my spear" and a pic of me with it. You have my sword and my axe and my swagger. Crackle, yes. Macroliminal, wow, you pronounced my name right? That's rare. That's rare. It's rare that I pronounce anything right. Dun dun dun. Reed McCullough, 30 other swords. There can only be one Survivor Series coming. I'm down for it. Chip Theory's next game is not a game, it's a game show. Frederick Philotro, Dracaris. Professor Meg, Jesse be nice, Successful is my boy. I love Successful. I would never ban him, but if Jesse banned him, I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? It's not my problem. Patrick Sacer, will you do any live Q&A with Marcin? That'd be awesome. I assume I will at some point. I thought about that. I haven't actually talked about it with him, but I assume it'll happen. Nidamir. You abuse that power and I'll cut you down. Jinx, 120 people here and only 18 likes. Travesty. Everyone liked the thing. We have 150 people here and I'm holding a sword. I need to put the sword down. This is getting to be too much. We're going to put the sword down. I'm going to try to avoid touching the sword. It's getting to me. Let's try to be normal. Dragon's Tomb. Hey Alex, please make me a mod as well before I slander anyone. I made you a mod. Ready too late. Quackle, I've slept in Geek's house. I know the truth. Joshua G. There he is. Quackle. No! I'm so far behind. Sometimes I wonder if this drama is even real, considering how Crackle was to exaggerate everything he posted. Radiato, just to be very clear, the drama is not real. Just to be very clear. Vermeer, low, Quackle, get out of here. Thomas Helms, you get mod power, you get mod power, you get a car, and you get a car. Dude, who actually watched that Oprah episode? I watched the Oprah episode where everyone reaches under the sea and they're like, and you get a car, and you get a car. I actually watched it. I don't know how many people watched it, or how many people even know what it's from. Quack, so Jesse doesn't ban me. Cracklope, you should never have released that information. Frederick Epstein, spicy chat today. It's not just the chat that's spicy, it's all over that's spicy. Tristan, my money isn't Alex. Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, honestly, it's not really... I'm picking up the sword again, I'm sorry. I have an inherent advantage over Jesse, and it's called long arms. If I like hit my computer screen, that would have been bad. But I have long arms, which means I can just hit him with the pointy end, which honestly, when it comes to the sword, that's the only part that's a real threat. So you just thrust, and you thrust, and you... This is going to get very adult. Let's move on. Let's move on. Reed McCullough. Wait, Meg got a sword too? There's got to be a sword. Meg got a sword. In fact, Meg got the other sword. It seems from my intense research around the internet that there are 2 swords going around. The more common one seems to be this one, but there's another one as well which actually has the engraving on the case instead of on the sword, which I would have personally preferred, but this sword is longer, which helps with the whole sticking Jesse at the pointy end part. Oh, maybe... Interesting. Jesse, which sword do you have? Do you have the engraving on the sword or the case? I hope you have it on the case because it means I have my arm's length and then a further extra, you know, this much of reach, which means you're going to die. Yo eyes, what's the most complexity and depth board games? I don't know. Stacey Everdell, seriously, what is in your coffee, Alex? A sword. Multiple swords, Stacey. The Dragon's Tomb, I'm trying. Frederick Philotro, what would be the equivalent of the glaive if Chip Theory Games would send you something related to Too Many Bones? If they send me Duster, that'd be great. Like a giant wolf. I could deal with that. No, but in all seriousness, a loot, honestly. If they sent everyone the loot, and I'm always biased towards Undertow. It was like my first like half of Too Many Bones was always with Undertow. But if they sent me a loot, that'd be cool. I could have the loot on the back. Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty, while I stab you with the pointy end of my sword. Yogi Bear, this doesn't look safe. Yogi Bear is not. The original mod. Yogi Bear is the original mod on Board Game Coach, just for those wondering. Tim Carter, what if the sword is an intelligent cursed artifact and it's dominating you right now? Tim, if it's making me more spicy and more energetic, well then I'll take it, because I'm a YouTuber and I can use spice and energy to liven up the content. Daniel Yee, do a review, and if you hate a game, chop it with the sword. No, Daniel Lee, if I hate a game, I'm going to sell it to somebody else so they can hate it instead of me. Hodari, try unboxing with the sword without lifting the lid. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Nidim, how's it for unboxing? Chris Richardson, did Tamashi have a super short post-campaign period? I tried upgrading my pledge. I don't know. I don't know when they closed it. Professor Meg, they actually sent us curse swords, and we are now all turning into champions. This will only end in a Coliseum on the day of launch. The launch of what, Meg? The launch of what? Reed McCullough. Oh, the launch of Hopmarcus Victorum, I guess. I think in terms of Kickstarter, so the launch was a while ago. Reed McCullough, two-handed overhead sword, swing unboxing, way more satisfying. Verma, did you also get a sword, the Dragon's Tomb? I don't think he did. He sent something on his Twitter, so we'll see. Professor Meg, Tim Carter, my thoughts exactly. That was referring to the cursed artifact thing. Come Wang, best wishes for the new role in Gamefound. I appreciate it. Oh, Come Wang, wait, what's your name? What's your name? Your name's not Come Wang. Your name's something else. I forgot what it is. I'm sorry. It was 2 weeks ago. Aziel, gotta love the swag involved. Dragon's Tomb. Yes, I got a sword, though mine is different. Yep, Joshua G, there's only one way this feud can end, and that's a duel. I'll fight you, Jeffrey. Don't think I won't. No! That's all from Quackalope. Come Wang, I wonder if the score will be Ming. There we go. I knew it was something. You see, I knew it was something. I just forgot what it was, but I knew it wasn't Come Wang, so I get half a point. That's worth half a point, right? Quackalope. Geek, watch yourself. Successful geek. Deleted by Quackalope again. Hidari, you seem to be in a perfect mood, sir. I am in a perfect mood all the time. That's not true. I'm in a perfect mood today. Verma, I guess the chip theory games thought their full Gladius would give you great advantage considering the arsenal of weapons that dragons have. Yeah, basically. Macrolimilil, D-Mod Jesse, not unless he abuses it over other people. Successful, this is one target that I'll allow. Quackalope, screw Jeff. Perhaps screw Jeff, but don't you dare ban Jeff. Vermeer, but that sword will come in handy to spread all the delicious duck fat you'll be able to spread over taters. Quackalope, he never should have started this. Ori Kagan, Ori, how's it going? How are your videos doing? Prediction time. Where will Gamefound be in, let's say, 3 years? Overtake Kickstarter for board games? Same place? What say you? It will definitely not overtake Kickstarter for board games, but that's a more complicated question depending on how you define board games. If you look in the category of tabletop stuff over on Kickstarter, there are hundreds of projects at any given time. And on Gamefound, there's like, what, 3, 4, 5, something like that? So it's a very different, I mean, sometimes more, but generally a smaller number. And so at that point, if you're comparing hundreds to a handful, obviously it's never going to overtake it. The problem is the Kickstarter category for tabletop stuff over on Kickstarter is not necessarily most of the stuff that I'm personally interested in, so it depends on what the target audience for Gamefound is. I don't think it'll overtake Kickstarter in 3 years. Maybe it will. I don't think so. I think it'll take a lot more time, and I think you have to really define what you mean by the tabletop category. And also, we have BackerKit in the mix, so hard to make a strong prediction. I think the ratio will grow. I'll predict that, the percentage. More than that, I'm not comfortable saying yet. Not Board Gaming, I have one winging its way to me. I won't suggest a sword fight, but definitely a chat over nachos if you've ever met. Not Board Gaming, the problem you and I have, is that we'd have to get the swords to each other. And just with international flights being what they are, I don't see that happening. Dun dun dun. Chrysalis, I got Alta Quest for free and I still don't like the game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could have bias either way though. Maybe if you paid for it, you'd convince yourself you like it, so who knows which direction it goes. Steel-O, nice big sword, compensating. Absolutely I'm compensating. This is definitely 100% I'm compensating. What kind of question is that? P3 Gaming, Ori Kagan, I hope it overtakes, but to do that, it needs an app. P3 Gaming, fun fact about apps, what you're saying is not entirely true. App usage is, in terms of, I'm putting the sword down, it's too much. App usage is actually a lower percentage than you would think. The people who want them really do want them, but it's a significantly lower percentage of crowdfunding, even if you compare it to Kickstarter stats. So it definitely, I'm not saying an app would be a bad idea, but it may not be the focus right now. Jeremy Pass, please roll some CCG metal dice on that sword, sincerest thanks. Where are my metal dice? Nope, they're not in here. This is the empty box. They're in my box of Hopmarcus, which is up there. I'm not going to get that right now. Dun dun dun. Thomas Helms, I appreciate you explaining your position on TMB, but when I play deck builders, I normally do a cull play, enabling me to cycle my more powerful plays more often. Thomas, I agree with you. I always play the cull play. I still think many of your cards, you don't get more than 7 or 8 uses out of them. Quackalope, who else wants to get banned? Not me. Quackalope, I won't play this game of people supporting Dragon's Tomb. I support the Dragon's Tomb. I love Jeffrey. I love him. Is it Jeffrey or Jeff? I don't know. Quackalope, feel my wrath. What's your wrath? Timing out successful geek, Jesse? There's only so much power you have. Daniel Stosteve, hi Jesse, I'm on Team Quack. Visalis, I got a Gladius replica at home too. Well, let's fight it out, man. Quackalope, thank you. Vermo, you should get off the chat and run over to BGC Central with your sword, Jesse. Tomake, Team Coffee. Tomer, I've always knew I liked you. Quackalope, don't make me time out, you Tomer. Michael Joseph, dear CTG. No way it's him. Is it him? Someone's home. I don't know if it's my wife without a sword or Jesse with a sword. I don't know. Oh, holy hell, no, no, oh, no, oh, 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 oh.
We don't actually want to hurt each other.
No, 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 I'm fine. No! It hurts the sword.
Oh, that's fine.
It hurts the sword.
They didn't break.
They didn't break.
They did not break.
They didn't break. Okay, cool. Well, they're behind a second, so it's going to take a second. Oh, wait, watch. Now we get to watch our replay. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Now should I really stab you?
So there's an... No. Grab a sword. Which sword? You have my sword. You grab a seat. Grab a chair. Grab a chair. So don't stab me. Grab a chair. Chair. Okay, put the sword down. Yep. Okay, grab the chair. It's all good. I have two! Let's see. Oh, no, you do. No, yours is the same. Yours is the same. Same length. Yours is longer. Why is yours longer?
Well, we all know that answer.
Okay, that's going to get drifting very quickly. Anyways, okay, I have to catch up with chat. Okay. Wow, that was... So, for context, the swords hold up decently to combat. Definitely a chip on it, but now we're battle scarred.
Did yours chip? Mine didn't.
Really?
No, mine's fine.
No, there's no way yours is flying.
Perfectly embroiled.
There's no way... Oh, does that just mean I hit harder than you?
So I was watching some people video and they were like, these swords are actually sharp. These swords are not actually sharp.
Not sharp. Let's see, I'm going to scroll down to chat now because I want to see what chat said to that.
The tips are sharp. Like
yes,
the
they
very
are.
point. I could stab someone with that.
Boys will be boys, absolutely. Awesome swords, good one. Alice got impaled, the commitment. Yeah, we don't want to actually impale each other on stream because then you have to go deal with like the hospital and all those things, which is super awkward.
I'm the type that would really try to like overcommit to a sword fight and actually get hurt or hurt someone.
These I'm a little scared of. I think these could hurt us.
If this was not blunted, I would have hit you.
Well, no, not even that. I just think it'll hurt.
I don't mind that.
Oh yeah.
Like if this wasn't as sharp as it is,
then you would have impaled.
I would have like hit you or something.
This
like,
is the one part of the sword that actually like could take an eye out. But yeah, the rest of it.
I mean,
yeah.
You're not gonna hurt yourself.
No, you're not. You're not. It's violent, but
this part's legit.
So someone wants to tag Chip Theory Games in this because I'm pretty sure that's the first official sword fight they've had with their swords. I don't think anyone else has done it. We did it first.
I very much am of the opinion, I was already telling Alex this, that I would like to duel all other content creators for their own swords.
Yep.
Like a duel to the death.
Jesse's scabbard is better? How is Jesse's scabbard? Wait, one second. It's the same...
It's a better scabbard.
Meg, it's the same freaking scabbard.
No, it's a better scabbard.
Don't you start with me. I'm gonna deal. I saw the sword move. Jesse and Alex just crossed swords. Harvs. Where's the
Quackalope logo?
Yeah. Let me see. No, let me see your logo. Let me see it.
Mine isn't off-centered like yours.
Yeah, that bothers me. Yours is off-centered.
Let me see.
It actually is off-centered.
No, mine's much better.
It's better.
No, my horns go down. Look.
Oh, that's why. Interesting.
Yeah. Yours is... Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's... Do they do anything else? No.
Hideous, honestly.
It is hideous, honestly. This is why I'm going to trash all Chip Theory games in the future. They got my logo off-center, and I'm just offended. Do I sound like I'm trying to be anti-biased, or do I just sound spoiled? I think I just sound spoiled.
You sound spicy.
I am spicy.
You're like,
why.
I've got this new career, and 2% of my audience, that is the same 2% that don't like me anyway, said they don't like it, and now I'm going to tell them to screw up.
No. The thing that pissed me off was a successful Geek Star. I don't know if you joined the chat.
I was here at the beginning when you were being spicy. I don't think I saw what triggered it.
So the trigger was successful. It's like people on Twitter are all up in a tizzy about the swords and content creator bias and all that. And I was like, screw you.
Oh, Twitter's upset about the swords?
Like, screw you. People, like, most... Like, you want to attack me...
Is that because Twitter doesn't have swords?
Probably. But if you want to attack me, if you want to attack Jesse, sure. We are fortunate enough... Here, come to drop. We're fortunate enough to actually, like, be making a living in the space. We are fortunate. If you want to attack us, by all means.
Well, one thing that I was just thinking of, like, with the Dragon's Tomb battle and stuff that's going on, it crossed my mind that I will make videos and offhandedly, like, mention Shut Up and Sit Down.
Yeah.
Being a giant fan, but also being critical.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I think about that, channels that are tiny, like the Dragon's Tomb, make videos attacking us.
Yeah.
And it comes from a perspective of them being jealous of what we have. And so, like,
are you going after Jeff?
I get where Jeff is.
I will use the sword.
I understand where Jeff is as a fellow content creator. He's just so much smaller than me that he's talking, like, it's like a spire he can't reach.
I know you're focusing on that. I'm focusing on the fact that I'm pissed off. Like, what got me spicy is board game Twitter in general, I think is... I just want to gag. Secondly, I'm going to, like, get in so much trouble for this.
You are.
I don't care. I don't care. I have a sword, and you're upset about
I just
it.
came here for a sword fight.
Yeah, but secondly is the idea of them going
And
after...
I don't have a Twitter account.
Like, I'm not going to name channels, names or sizes, but there are so many people who got swords, and most of them are not making a living. They're probably losing money, paying to go to conventions and not getting enough money back. So, like, you want to get so spicy and upset about someone having a sword, let people have nice things, and go be in your own little... You know,
not even for, because most of the people that got swords, you're 100% right on.
Mm-hmm.
Even for myself, this is one of, in 3 years plus of content creation,
the coolest thing I've ever
it's
gotten.
one of the coolest things
the coolest thing.
So, like, for me, I'm like, yeah, I get it, and I don't even know, this might have been a couple $100.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I really don't. Like, this also could just be like we poured steel to look like Damascus.
You know the only thing that might have been cool in this is that time we went down to Mythic Mischief to Ivy Games for Mythic Mischief. And by the way, speaking of bias and all this stuff, I've been very public. Veiled Fate, not a game for me. It's okay. I don't mind it. Not a game that I love. Moonrakers took the expansions for me to love it. Mythic Mischief, I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, bias is prevalent. Doesn't make me like your game. It doesn't make me keep your game. But yeah, no, again, I don't care. You want to attack me, you want to attack you, especially if you want to attack this guy, by all means.
No, Jeff's
just
already had enough of it.
Leave off the general thingies. P3 Gaming, I'm loving Spicy Alex. I appreciate... Are you not entertained? I didn't say it well. No,
the funny thing with the Gamefound relationship that you have
Yeah.
is that it might either dampen some of your spiciness, but also enhance it in some other ways.
We filmed the video yesterday.
Well, that's true.
And I was spicy in the beginning.
I made fun of Gamefound multiple times.
I started it.
It makes me like Gamefound less, though, the fact that you work for them.
Good, you'll balance it out. We filmed a video of, like, top 10 Kickstarters we were get backing. I don't remember the exact moments of spiciness, but I took the opportunity to be spicy about Gamefound. Yeah. Like, we were talking about how... Oh, that's right. That's what happened. We started off with, like, you were typing in search, and they're like, Kickstarter has the worst search ever. I'm like, I agree. You know what has the best search? Gamefound!
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later, we're talking about the app, and we're like, Kickstarter has a terrible app. At least it has an app.
At least it has one.
Yeah, we're spicy. We're still spicy. I might get fired, but I'll still be spicy along the way. I do wonder if Marcin will ever, like, see, like, especially Twitch. I'm like this on Twitch more, by the way, for the record. If you watch some of our Twitch streams, I'm definitely...
So this is where your newfound... Because I don't tune into your Twitch channel at all. I find it very boring. But this is where your... Twitch. This is where your spiciness.
How do I remove mod
Professor
powers?
Meg's gonna.
How do I remove mod powers?
Don't remove mod powers.
Meg, do you want to ban?
By the way,
ban Quackalope?
you missed me blocking like 5 or 6 people.
Who are doing what?
I just timed them all out
for funsies. Where's this mod power?
It's too late
now. I don't know. But no, what were you saying? Oh, Twitch thingy. So I was saying, I worry sometimes that Marcin's going to tune into, like, these Twitch streams and realize how unprofessional I actually am and be like, I thought hiring this whole COO guy was a good choice. Maybe not. Maybe not. A COO was my last job. CMO is my new job. But, like, I'm saying, like, there's a degree of, like, I wasn't just a content creator. I'm just very, don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. I have a new camera. You see how it's on the table like that?
I see, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool tripod. I like it a lot.
That is a pretty neat tripod.
I do. I bought a second one for travel. I really liked it so much. It's just, like, so nice. I really, really liked it. Yeah. The things we geek out about, because whatever. Anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, you're reloading.
Why am I reloading? Is everything going okay?
It looks like you're still streaming.
It looks like I'm still streaming. Let me know if I'm not still streaming. That's the end result of the fight. Swords get shaved by the blade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's just my internet over here, but I think we should top chat. Go here.
I wanna attack something with my sword.
Okay, so my chat on my thingy over here just timed out, so you have to give me a second here.
I mean, I don't know if we're still on yet.
No, we're still on. This is still streaming because that's hardwired. This is Wi-Fi. Give me a second. I need to close this down and reopen it. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second now.
There's like 75 people just saying, you suck.
Yeah, makes sense.
Bad at this. You're super biased.
Makes sense. I agree.
Someone said we need to go LARPing.
We should go LARPing.
I'm not a big LARPer, though. When things get too close to puns, I don't like them as much.
LARPing's a pun?
Yeah.
What? I'm so confused.
Things,
you know what LARPing is?
No. When things feel punny. Like, they feel like you're making fun of another. Like...
That's what LARPing is live action role playing.
Yes, I know. It gets too close to... I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like
I'm sure I would have fun with it. I'm sure. They say we're still live. I don't believe them, though.
No, we're definitely still live.
We should just go off the record, and I'll tell you privately.
Oh, yeah, once we're not on the record. Once we're not live, what do you want to tell me?
I still don't like Jeff.
Yeah, well, why would you? What's changed between now and then?
Did you...
Where's my phone?
The fascinating thing is, if people actually go and check...
Yeah, sorry, but this...
Just get this set. You can get this fixed. If people actually go and check the video from PAX 2018... All of that was there.
Yeah, like, it's real stuff.
I'm legitimately there in the background of his video before Quackalope ever existed.
I think we're back.
All the people that are like, that's not, it's what's going on isn't real. I can have fun with it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't. It doesn't mean that it isn't personal.
Video is so late. Tots and Ravenburger. Okay, one second. LARPing is awesome. Video is so late. What do you mean late? What's late? You're still good. You're still live. Okay, great. We're fine. Okay, we got it. Yeah, I was just waiting for my tablet to pick up. I got some sort of, I guess, internet issue there. What were you saying about being personal?
I was gonna say, like, even though people can think that it's all fun and games, I can have fun with something.
If you don't have a sword anymore.
Yeah, I can have fun and play along with something that is still true and personal. Like, we did have that confrontation in 2018. You can go check his video from PAX. I'm there in the background.
Yeah, I know, I see.
So, it's just a thing.
I know. That's why you should unsubscribe from Quack Club and subscribe to the Dragon's Tomb. We're still live. Anyways, I still don't like Jeff. Is there any word on when the Forsaken campaign is launching? Yes, on Tuesday. Speaking of which, we have Meg answering Tuesday, 9/6. Robbie Sanger, what TCG are they making? Oh, yeah, so Ravensburger. Someone asked about this in the comments. Do you see this news?
I don't know who Ravensburger is.
The Ravensburger is, well, I mean, there are a lot of things.
It's a publisher.
To me, they're the company that just invested in Gamefound, but...
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they did. They're the ones who did the whole, like...
Don't believe anything you're about to say.
Exactly. Don't believe it at all. But they have a TCG coming. A TCG that's, like, Disney-themed in some way. I saw
tabletop trading card game?
Yeah.
Like a collectible card game?
Yeah.
Really?
Disney-based collectible card game. And they said, like, this is the largest single investment they've ever made in a thing ever. Which means they spent more than $4 million.
I don't want to collect, like, Mickey Mouse, though.
I didn't say I do. I'm just letting you know as far as they're entering the, I
still like Pokemon more.
I have nothing to do with Pokemon at all. I'm curious. I'm intrigued. I'll
yes,
probably
you do.
play it.
You have so much Pokemon around your house.
My kids like Pokemon.
You bride your children with Pokemon.
Yes. Well, I like that aspect of it. I don't care about Pokemon myself. Anyways.
Well, you do.
Lorcana, that's what. Thank you, Robbie. Yes, Lorcana. By the way, I definitely have the bits have to bounce from Alex to the server to processing to other servers to us. Yes, there is a lag and a delay. I'm just wondering what goes on there. But yeah, we're kind of only half paying attention to the chat now because now he's here.
The entire chat, you've continued to grow. By the way, like I started, you were at like 40 subs, and I was like making fun of you in my mind. I was like, "You suck," and now you're at 170.
Always transitions.
173. Well, no, you've been going for like an hour plus. This is when mine start tipping down, and then we engaged in a sword fight, and apparently we got like 20 extra viewers.
Well, that happens every single time. Yeah. Absolutely.
More drama creates more. It's mostly Twitter.
Professor Meg, Pokemon is bae. Yeah, Meg, I assumed I'd get in trouble when I sell to your Pokemon. You know what the good news is? You have a sword, and I'm visiting, so feel free to stab.
I do like Pokemon, for the record.
175 people watching and only 65 likes. M is from Meeple. You are correct. It is offensive.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Honestly, it's too many likes, if I'm going to be honest. Please make sure you double-click that like button. So hit it once, then hit it twice, and not a single time more than that. We'd like to drive that like count down below 50, preferably. Andrew, would you recommend Gloomhaven PC over other tactical RPGs like Wasteland 3 or Divinity Original Sin? I haven't played a lot, so my answer is biased, but yes, I love Gloomhaven on PC. Love it so much. Jesse, since commenting on the view count, we've lost 5 people. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're reminding people that they're tuned in. Well, we're not sword fighting anymore.
We're not sword fighting. We should sword fight. I haven't looked into Robomon enough yet. Yeah, Professor Meg, I just looked into Robomon today, actually, because I need to put up a video on Quack and Code talking about Kickstarters and stuff. And so I just looked into Robomon today. It's a 1-2 player adventure game, which you're going to be collecting Robomon and doing all the fun stuff and leveling up. Do you have a prototype?
Did you not know that?
No, I did not
know
that.
We're going to be covering it here in the next few days.
It looked cool. Looked cool from a surface level. I'm not a Pokemon person, but it looked cool from a surface level.
I'm going to be comparing it to Pokemon. I think it's quite lovely.
2 swords equals 2 likes, Kelsey Johnson. You're not wrong at all. Jesse, let me take you to a tournament. I'll train you up first like in the cartoon.
Professor Meg, do you know how fun of a behind-the-scenes vlog that would be? Like, if you were my actual professor for a Pokemon tournament going into, like, we could do a sealed league or something like that. I am so down.
Ben Jeffries, we haven't had a...
By the way, Professor Meg, you never called me back to schedule. We were going to go to a Renaissance Festival.
Oh, it's terrible.
And she never reached back out, even though she texted.
Horrific.
So,
well,
calling
Meg,
her out
you're a terrible person.
just like Jeffrey did to me, publicly.
Wait, so you're saying the common denominator between all this YouTube beef is you?
Shut up.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
It started with you.
Perhaps, but I've migrated and evolved, and now I have a sword. That's my evolution. Yeah. Jason Horvath, what game will never leave your collection? Jason, I don't like using the word never. In fact, I did a video one time, 10 games that will never leave my collection, and I started the video by saying, I don't actually mean
have
never.
Have any of those games left your collection? Do you know?
No.
Not yet.
I love those games. I think they'll never leave my collection. But a game is only safe for so long. Like, in fact, one video game that I mentioned in the video wasn't in the list, but it was close to the list, was Spirit Island. And actually, I'm at the point where I can see Spirit Island leave my collection. It's not. But I can see it. I'm starting to see that vestige, that peripheral edge of the idea that something could leave. And it's not leaving. It's not going anywhere. There's just the idea of what is firmly entrenched as a never.
Is that just because you haven't played it in so long?
No, I played it recently. I love it. It's because I played it recently. It's because I think I'm playing the base game again and again and again. I'm not that into
You need to go into expansions. Then.
I know.
Okay.
My only
so
point is...
It's a you problem.
Absolutely. My only point is the idea that what happens as a never... I don't believe in the concept of never. I believe in the concept of, for right now, I never see it leaving my collection. Oh, Meg, you're on speaker. Go ahead.
Jesse, come to Ren Fair.
Oh, wow. What a good follow-up that is. Thank you so much for the scheduling help.
Wow, so you accused her of not calling you back.
She
And
didn't
she
call
called
me
you
back. She did not.
Has Meg called you back?
Hi, Meg.
I was napping.
Okay. Meg, you're on stream over here.
All right, I'm gonna hang up on you, but yeah, Shira and I want to see...
no, excuse me.
Okay, I'll leave her on.
Excuse
then.
me.
Shira and I want to try to come visit for a Renfest. We just have to figure out what works for you.
Yes, and I want you guys to dress up. We'll dress up.
Oh, I want to see Jesse dress up too. Absolutely I do. Where's that vlog?
Shira's excited about dressing up. I am moderately uncomfortable about the concept, but
That's why I want you to dress up. Do you think I'd care if you were excited?
No, that's true.
Honestly, I bet Jeffrey Kornberg could dress up better than you could.
You know, Jeffrey can do a lot of things better than I can. He can be a bad friend, for one. Much better than I can.
I love Jeffrey. He and I have a great
When you come,
relationship.
drive your sword down.
I'll bring this sword. All right, I'm gonna head out, and I'm going to...
You're leaving?
Yeah, are we
What
sword
kind of
fighting on the
garbage
way
is that?
out?
Absolutely. Okay, cool. It chips. Every time it chips. Let me see your sword. There's no way it doesn't chip. There's no way. I want to see your sword. I want to get a comparison basis. Your sword, it absolutely has chips. What kind of garbage are you saying?
Those chips were there.
Liar. Liar.
My sword's stronger than
Like
your
you and
sword.
Dragon's Tome all over again. You're a liar. Okay, cool. Well, we're back to the chat now. Okay. I am, for the record, going to be closing up the chat soon because I have to get things done today, even though this has been one of the more entertaining chats in recent memory, primarily because I destroyed Jesse in a sword fight. He's actually going to leave and let me say that. That's funny. Okay, Professor Meg, have you watched the Shia LaBeouf video yet? Successful. We closed up last night's stream by watching the Shia LaBeouf video all together. For those who have not watched it, watch Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf on YouTube's. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Chad Stilson, get the band-aids out. Battle scars are cool. Battle scars are cool on me. I have still scars and memories around them of how I got them. Think they're amazing. Battle scars on my swords and my pretty shiny things, not as cool. Honestly, I'm going to have to go steal Jesse's sword. It's okay. It's okay. Alex is formulating a chip sword theory. Yes, exactly. Successful Geek. Yes, I died. What happened there? Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Watching the Shia LaBeouf video. Yeah. Actual Cannibal, Shia LaBeouf. It's absolutely amazing. It's great. Now that I have 177 people here, I will make a note. We are over on Twitch. We stream, Professor Meg and I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes on... Sundays too. Usually Sundays as well. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I'm distracted. But Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays we stream. You can go check that out. We generally play Gloomhaven, although we mix things up. We've played Hoth Mox Victorum, hence the swords. We started playing Roleplay Adventures, which we're having a lot of fun with. And if you want to screw it to Jeff Bezos, if you want to stick it to the man, make sure to use your Amazon sub to give us free money. That doesn't cost you a thing. It gives us money and comes from Jeff Bezos. So that's my typical Twitch push I generally try to do. Links in the bottom of most of my videos, not my live streams, because I don't put links there. Damaging the unique sword gift. Quack. Oh, I'm far behind in this video over here. That's cool. Okay. P3 Gaming, lead with the flats of the blade, not the edge. So P3 Gaming, you're 100% correct if our goal was to not damage the sword. That wasn't my goal. My goal was entertainment. And so entertainment-based right now, I was willing to take a few battle scars on the sword for the sake of giving you good content. Because ultimately, I care about you, not Chip Theory Games. Those people are horrible. I don't even like their games. Ryan Picklehammer, quack indeed, Jesse. Richard Durr, hoot. Jesse's sword looks nicer. Michael Joseph, don't you dare take it back. They are the same sword. Mine's better. His is a little too long. It's unfairly and it's weirdly. It's weird how long it is. It looks stupid. Stupid is what it looks like. Professor Meg, we can actually arrange a follow-up sword fight next week. Meg, I can't bring the sword with me. I'm not flying with the sword. That's not going to happen. If you give me your axe, I'll have a sword fight with your sword and your axe. Absolutely. Chad Stilson, take that, Jeff. Quacklope. Oh, I should take Quack's mod off. I should take Quack's mod off. He banned too many people. I'll leave it on. He seems like a good chap. Josh Demkak, how much do you think an All-In Tainted Grail will cost? Ooh, it depends if All-In includes the first edition or not. If it doesn't include the first edition, we're going to go with, Carry the 9, Sundrop. All-In and Tainted Grail things are so hard to really go by. Within the Kickstarter campaign, the official All-In pledge will be $249. For the record, by the way, none of this is with insider information, because I wouldn't answer if it was. But I'm going to guess that the All-In is $249 on the officially listed all-in. But there's also going to be the fact that you can go ahead and get, the Sun Drop and the this and the that and all those things. Actual all-in, once you count the original game, the Tainted Grail, the inserts, all the various things, the plushies they inevitably come out with, the swords, now that they're jealous of Chip Theory Games, actual all-in the Pledge Manager for everything will be around $1,300. Just go with that. I have no clue if it's true or not. It sounds like a good round number. Are you and Jesse neighbors? Josh, no, but we do have a teleporting machine. No, we are neighbors, effectively. He lives down one block over, so we're close enough to actually have sword fights. Quackalope, we're hiring now. Who are you hiring and what happened? Josh, but if you are interested in being hired and you live in the Cleveland area, give Jesse a shout. Let's talk. Josh Demkak, are you and we just covered this. Robbie Sanger, yes, we require duels every live stream now. Hate to break it to you, every single live stream going forward will be less satisfying because how could you beat a sword fight? Also, my chat's acting up again, so I'm going to have to go ahead and do... I don't like this. My tablet's Wi-Fi is just being weird. Okay. Let's go back to my this over here and go to my YouTube situation and go to your channel and go to my live stream because I have to. Jesse knows how to teleport. Yes, he does. Damercrow, last day to late pledge Chronicles Junior Gar. I love campaign games. Is this one worth the back? What is up with my live stream? With my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi's been acting up all day and I'm not happy about it at all. Maybe I'll just reboot my router. That seems like a good thing. People do that, right? Yeah, something's weird here. Something's weird. I can't get this to work at all. My thing over there is hardwired, so I can use that. But everything else is being weird. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap because live stream's acting up, but I will answer the last few questions by looking off into the distance, which is a little weird, but that's what's going to happen. Of course the sword's Chip. Its name, Chip Theory Games. Yeah, that's the last thingy. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and call this now at this point because that's where we are. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out doing this live stream. This was a lot of fun. Tomer K, I don't know if I could switch to the network. We have it all on one thing, I think. It kind of does it for you. You could take the sword on a plane if you check luggage. Seth, there's no way I can bring this. First of all, this next trip I'm actually going on, I have no check luggage. Don't even have a carry-on. I just have a backpack as my personal item. Tomas Bugsky, do you have any game that would be really good but was ruined by one annoying rule mechanic? I'm sure. Oh, well, I mean, offhand, I can actually give you one recently. I have a review for Warhammer Quest Lost Relics coming up, which I think is a pretty decent game. Not really, really good, but I think it's a pretty good game that I really liked. And the problem is, in most of the scenarios, you can just rush the end and win. And I've gone through the rules like 4 times to make sure I'm not missing something. It seems like you could just intentionally say, I'm not going to play the way the game wants me to play, and then win all the time. Sam DeRost, is there a game you regret recommending? Ooh, that's a great question. Let's answer that one, because I think that's a fun question. So, offhand, I don't ever, not ever, as a starting baseline, if I ever recommend a game, and you try that game, and you don't like that game, I feel bad that I recommended something you don't like. There's a difference between that and me regretting recommending it. I would say that there are times I wonder or am mindful of whether my opinion was the minority, and then I don't regret giving my opinion, but I regret that my minority opinion perhaps gave people a chance. Like, for instance, using the question from earlier, Jurassic World is a good question. If my opinion is the minority opinion, if my opinion, which is like it's a 7, and again, I played with 1 and 2 players, not 3 and 4, but if I recommend a game like that, let's say everyone plays Jurassic World, and everyone's like, it's a horrible, horrible game, it's a terrible, terrible game, then I would feel bad that my opinion was a minority opinion and got a lot of people to get something that they shouldn't have. Do I regret giving my opinion? No. I mean, that's what I'm doing here, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. That is the nature of reviewing a game. It's giving my opinion. I can't regret giving my opinion. I can be sad that my opinion is a minority one. That's the closest thing I can go for that. And that is basically it. We're going to go ahead and call this a wrap at this point because we're at 11 o'clock and I have to end things up so I can go do other stuff because there's always so many things to do. In any case, and until next time, I appreciate all of you being here. This was immensely entertaining. We shall show up in more live streams with swords because apparently they do things and the things they do are good. And until next time, I hope you all have a good one. And I'm going to do the shuffle thing where I walk over there and hit end stream on the computer.